And here are the trade setups that I shared with you last week. And this was just an insane move by gold. I gave you a buy order at 3011, and that was this yellow line here. And from this point, moved up to an all-time high of 2,300 pips. And as you know, if you're a trader, if you took one standard lot on that trade, that would have been $23,000. If you remember from last week's video, I told you it was going to be a crazy week, and it was maximum craziness, some insane moves we saw. Is this next upcoming week going to be any less crazy? Probably not. These are just the times we live in. This is the volatility that we are seeing. These are the market conditions. We cannot predict the market. We can only react to what we see. It's certainly not times for the faint-hearted. All we can do is trust our strategy, follow our strategy, and of course protect our capital. Of course, protect the capital is the most important thing, and for sure you must be using a stop loss, particularly in these times, to protect your capital, to avoid big losses, big moves that go the wrong direction. So I hope that these weekly analysis videos that I share with you are helping you to make some successful trades. We did have a very good week last week. If these trade setups that I share with you, the pending orders, help you with your trading, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what it is you trade, and if there's some other particular commodity or currency you'd like to see in my analysis videos, just let me know. So let's go ahead and get started with the regular weekly analysis, this week starting on the 14th of April 2025, which is the beginning of the new year in Thailand. So happy Songkran to all of you Thailand watchers. And of course, in this week's video, we will look at the high impact news. There are several items that we need to be aware of. And then we will look at the trade setups that I shared with you last week. It was a very good, profitable week. And then of course, I will share my pending orders with you. That's the trade setups that I have in place for this upcoming week. So let's go ahead and jump over to our go-to website. That's forexfactory.com. And here we are with a full calendar. And there are just three items that I'd like to bring to your attention. And that is the rate statement that will come out on the Canadian economy. And that is on Wednesday. And the Canadian economy is expected to not raise or not lower the interest rate. They will keep it the same. And then the European economy, they are expected to lower the interest rate by 25 basis points, with it being at 2.65 now, expected to lower it to 2.40. But the main one that we need to all be watching for, of course, is this guy here, Federal Chair Jerome Powell. He hasn't put in his 2 cents worth for a long time. And as you know, if you follow him at all, he likes to shake up the markets. And what he says usually does shake up the markets indeed. So be watching out for that. That is after midnight on Wednesday in Southeast Asia. Just check forexfactory.com for your local times. And here are the trade setups that I shared with you last week. And this was just an insane move by gold. I gave you a buy order at 3011, and that was this yellow line here. And from this point, moved up to an all-time high of 2,300 pips. And as you know, if you're a trader, if you took one standard lot on that trade, that would have been $23,000. Of course, early in the week, we thought, well, that's the end of the bullish run. We had a big move down. But then on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday, it was obvious that gold was turbo boosted and was taking the elevator up to new all-time highs. And this 2,300 pips was just from the entry point that I gave you. It actually started from the trend line. So if you saw that move after the doji, if you caught it from the trend line, you could have made even more profit on that move by gold. Then with the pound New Zealand, the minor pair that I like to trade, I had no trade on that one. And then we look at Euro US. And this one was a buy limit with the order here. You see at 1.0946, made an excellent move up, so good profit on the Euro US. Then with the odd US, we've seen some crazy moves on that one, with the odd US dropping dramatically and then moving back up dramatically. So it's right back to that candlestick sandwich. It's back in that range where we've been seeing it for quite a while. And then the New Zealand US, which trades pretty much like the odd US, it has the same outlook on its candle chart. The pound US was a good one. Okay, we had a buy order on that one with the entry price at 1.2872. Made a good move on Thursday and Friday, moving us into profit. The USD CAD, I told you, This pair has been at too high prices, and I'm waiting for this to break back to some sort of sense of normalcy, and we are starting to see that now. So I will have a pending order to share with you on the USD CAD. And then the USD JPY is always a good one to sell. We've been seeing a downward move, a downward trend since the beginning of January, and so we had a good profit on that one. It moved really well on Thursday, Friday last week. And here are the pending orders that I have in place for this upcoming week. And of course, I always like to look at the DXY, that's the dollar index, the US dollar compared with 6 major currencies, and it continues its decline. I've been saying this all year, and we continue to see it. And yes, the US dollar is going to drop even further. So that's why I am bullish on all of the major pairs. And then the JPY basket, a little bit surprising that we had this fall down on the JPY basket, which is the Japanese yen compared with major currency pairs. We've been seeing a good move up most of the year, but now starting to see that fall down. But I believe this is just a correction, and we will start to see more upward movement with the Japanese yen. So let's go to the currency pairs and the commodity pairs that I'm sharing with you. I have a buy limit on the gold at 31.70. Okay, that's a long way from where it is, I know, but we want to be cautious. Don't be buying at these high prices. Yes, it could continue like a ballistic missile, but we want to get a better price. All right, so we'll wait for this to retrace and, in other words, fill this gap that we have here and come down to 31.70. So I have a buy limit for XAU USD at 31.70. Then the pound New Zealand, I have a sell limit. That one's starting to act more normal now, so I have a sell limit at 2,500. Let it just pull back up to our resistance line there. And then the Euro US, a buy limit, of course, being bullish on all of the major pairs. It wasn't very long ago I told you that it looked like the Euro US was going up to $1.10. Well, now it's almost at $1.13, and it's going to continue to higher prices. So a buy limit on the Euro US at 1.1285. The AUD US, let's go ahead and buy the AUD US, okay, with the entry price at 0.6260. Let it pull back a little bit to our support level. The New Zealand US, a buy limit with the entry price at 0.5793. And the pound US, a buy limit with the entry price at 1.3036. The USD CAD, a sell limit. I'm ready to sell the USD CAD after it's finally starting to come down from those extremely high prices. Now it's below $1.40. Okay, closed last week at $1.38 and change. So let it pull back just a little bit to our resistance level here at 1.3904. And then guess what I have on the UJ? The USD JPY, just sell. Okay, just sell the USD JPY. Market execution, when the market opens on Monday morning, just sell the USD JPY. Okay guys, that's a wrap for this weekly analysis starting on the 14th of April 2025. I hope that this weekly analysis will help you as a trader, help you to make profit with your forex trading. If you have any questions or comments about the strategy I use, about the currencies or commodities that I'm sharing with you, if you'd like to see something different, let me know in the comments below. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and of course click that little bell so you'll be notified every time I make one of these videos, which is every Sunday before the market opens on the following Monday. And if you found this video by mistake, you just stumbled across it and you are interested in trading currencies and commodities, but you don't know how to get started, I made a great video tutorial for you. It's actually 10 video tutorials, absolutely free, no obligation, and it will help you to set up the foundation for you to test the waters to see if forex trading is a good fit for you. Just go to the link below in this video. Easy to get started, absolutely free, no obligation. Okay, that's it for me. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, love, and share, and I'll see you again in the next video.